Alright, let's do this. Getting a late start today, but that's alright. Let's see where we are. So, got user authorized, create, what were we just working on? Yes, so, okay. Working on figuring out how to take in a file. So we've got the file and we are taking it in. I'm gonna open up Bruno over here so we can test, see where we are. Update avatar. So, no headers for this. All we were doing, did I not save this correctly? That's not a save this. Alright, so we need a multi-part form. We're going to add a file. So let's, I'm going to go to GitHub and just grab something from CoSphere. So views, image, and we will just use PNG. Let's use text logo PNG. Alright, so we got that. And here, select file and downloads, text logo PNG. Our key, I think we just called this file. Need the user ID as well. So we'll go to update user here. Place ID. This, I don't think we are yet. No, we're not dealing with user verification yet, or authorization yet, so we'll just leave that for now. Don't need the header. See what happens. Get nothing. Okay. Hold on. Get eye itches. Alright. Running. Why aren't we getting anything? This was working the other day. Probably missing something. So, upload. Yeah, so it's called file. Let's make sure we're running the right route. Just print line. Something. Run. Okay, we're building and send this again. So API user and avatar. And it's a put. Didn't I switch it over to post for some reason? Yeah. Okay. We'll actually switch this back to put. Yeah, so we're hitting the wrong route. Alright, now let's try that. Okay, good. We're getting our default error code, something, and text logo.png. Okay, that's good. Now, that. So we're using Actix multi-part right here. You can see this is what we're using. All right. So we are getting our file. Now, let me turn the volume down on this a little bit. I've got it closer to me today. There we go. That should hopefully be a bit better. Alright, I think now one of the important things I'll show. So what I've got here, let's take a look at how I did this in with Node. So if we go to our routes here, I've got where is it? Update profile photo. So that's going to be last one. So controllers, user, and I believe it's going to be down at the bottom here. Update icon, update profile photo right here. So what we're using here is Sharp. The npm package Sharp takes in the image, resize it, change it to WebP, and then place it in a file. So now the tough part is figuring out how to do this in Rust. So Rust, edit images. Image encoding and decoding, as well as some basic image manipulation functions. Let's check it out on crates.io. So image version 0.25, very popular, updated 10 days ago. That's a good sign to me that this is popular, which means it probably works and it's currently maintained. I'll take a look at the repository. 27.3 last week, 2 months, 2 weeks ago. Alright, so methods for converting. All image processing functions provided operate on types that implement the generic image view and generic image traits and return an image buffer. Okay, this I think is what we want. Now it's just a matter of figuring out how to use it. Open. So get the bytes here. So I have no idea what I'm doing with this. So this might take a while to figure out. Save them using save or write to methods. Alright, first thing I want to do is actually create it at the top level, and we'll just call it avatars. Just creating that new directory because this is where we'll save them, and create a .get keep file. So that's a hidden file that will just, when we upload it to Git, it'll just keep that folder for us. Also, git ignore. In our git ignore, we want to ignore everything in slash everything in, hold on, avatars. We just want to ignore, wait, how do I do that? Slash star, is that right? Let me see how I did that with Cosphere. git ignore. So profile photo, yeah, okay. We're just calling them avatars now instead of profile photo. Alright. So what that'll do is ignore all the files because I'll be uploading a bunch of them here. I don't want them uploaded to GitHub. So I just ignore everything in avatars, but that I think it will still keep the git keep file. If not, I'll fix it. Okay, so docs, image, load images using image reader. So I think this is what we want. Let's just give this a go. Argo add image. Okay. And then here, I also need to put multi-part for, which is Actix multi-part. So Actix multi-part. Docs. Okay, so when we upload is a multi-part form that contains avatar file. So let's check out the multi-part form, see what we have available on that. So Actix multi-part, this would be a struct, I believe. Multi-part. Now this is under Actix multi-part forms. Form, yeah, here we go. And then this has multi-part form. So tuple fields. All right. Takes in a multi-part collect, which is this. So this is create a self from request head synchronously. Associated error mutably dereferences the value, the resulting type after dereferencing. Really not sure. So let's just start with this. Image equal. Actually, I need to import image reader. Use image reader. And then it's image reader new. image reader new and mute cursor. I'm just going to use cursor. Oh, wait, no, wrong thing. Look in here. So cursor new bytes. Now, I don't know. So new. I'm just going to try passing in upload. I'm pretty sure that, I'm certain that won't work. But maybe it'll give me some good information. With guest format. With guest format. Function. Mark and decode. Alright, let's see what we get for errors. Gotta compile the new crate. Alright, use of undeclared type cursor. Oh, yeah. That is standard IO cursor. So, standard IO cursor. Okay. The trait AsRef UA is not implemented for multi-part form avatar file, which is required. Okay. Yeah, so this takes in the bytes. Oh, the trait buff read is implemented. Standard. Required by this bound. So we need the bytes or like a buffer or something, which I don't know how to get out of this. So the extracted, to extract type data from a multi-part stream, the inner type T must implement multi-part collect trait, which, oops, assuming I do that, multi-part form, so I assume that's, yeah, has that trait. You should use a multi-part form macro to derive this fear struct, yeah. Note that this extractor rejects requests with any other content type, such as, okay, multi-part form to add to your app data to configure extraction. Unwrap into inner T value. The inner T value. Standard. Okay, if I do upload that file, that's I think what I wanted. Yeah, it's still not implemented. So I'm trying to figure out how to get something out of this multi-part form. Type target equals T, the resulting type after dereferencing. I've got no idea, honestly. Self feature. I'm gonna try into inner. I don't know. Yeah, it's the same thing. so let's Rust implement treat as ref. Used to do cheap reference to reference conversion. What? So I'm just not getting this multi-part form thing because it's just got one method. Modules. All right. Rust multi-part form to bytes. It's medium, so it's probably terrible, but sometimes we get lucky. Send your request. So let's see. It's sending the request. Response. So wasn't there? Hold on, I'm trying to remember something. Let's just comment that out. Image equals image reader. Is it new? Because I think it's saving a temp file. So open. And then, oops. Opening. Upload. Dot file. Dot temp. And then just need to decode. Nope. All right. Rust. Just do Actix multi-part form. It's Rust docs, which don't make any sense to me. Solution relies on the default Actix multi-part behavior. Temporary file, which is fine. All right, let's see what we got. Public struct upload file, temp file. Oh, yeah. That's why I'm having, because, yeah, that's right. Okay, temp file. Now we can look at the docs. Okay. I'm looking in the wrong place. So temp file is, so Actix multi-part form, temp file, temp file. Okay. Temp file. Temp file. There we go. File, content type, file name, size. Write the field to a temporary file on disk. So when we're doing... Alright, let's kind of start over here. So I just want to print that again. Watch it not compile. Oh, it's working. Okay, so we're going to do this again. Send this file. All right, it's just text logo PNG. So that's what it's going to be called every time. Let's try. Not inline. This and file name, because I believe it's going to look at the top level, which shit. Well, let's just hard code this for now, just to see if it works. So this would be /avatar/ avatars/ how was it? Text logo.png. Text logo.png. We're not saving to avatars. We're probably just check something. Okay, I'm not seeing. Okay. Let's just see what that does. Can I use an async function that returns HTTP response? Okay. Let's just try unwrapping. See if that does anything. That is working, strangely. Let's just run this and see if we get any errors from it. Yes. Okay. Thread Actix. No such file or directory. Okay. Let's go back, do upload.file name. Let's just try that. Okay, so as ref, I think. As ref. Maybe that'll work. Nope. I genuinely have no idea how to do this. Buff reader file. Okay, so right here, this is probably what we need, the buff reader. Let's check that out first. Buff reader. Buff reader structs adds buffering. Buff reader performs large and frequent reads on the underlying read and maintains an in-memory buffer of the results. So, buff reader Buff reader, no. F. Alright. Maybe that'll do it. Oops. Standard IO. Yeah. Just put it here for now. Buff reader. New. Read is not implemented. Let's try that Azref again. Still no. So, standard FS file. F equals standard FS file. Open and upload.file.file name. Unwrap. Then in here we just pass that, right? Buff reader new F, yes. So I'm basically just flinging shit at the wall right now and seeing what sticks. Because I have no idea how to work with this. Treat Azref is not implemented. What if we do? F. Still got the same issue. Well, that was actually name.toString. Method not found. Because if we look right here, they're just passing in a string slice. So theoretically, for some reason, toString is not implemented on that. I mean, fuck it, let's try format. Oops. That's wrong. That's an option, it said. Yeah, so dot that. Wait, what? Path. I genuinely have no clue. Cursors, standard IO. Named, all right, named temp file. Content type. Value of the content type header. Guessing MIME is an enum. So, file name. Oh, okay. So let me see. This named temp file. It's a struct. Creates files and location returned by. Can be configured to manage a temporary file in any location by constructing with named temp file new in. Okay. User. Okay. Time passes. The temporary file cleaner deletes and links the temporary file from the file system. Some other program creates a new file to replace this deleted temporary file. The user tries to reopen the temporary file. Same program different by path. Unfortunately, they'll end up. Okay, that's security stuff. Operating system specific. File cleaners differ by. Yeah, it's not important to me. Like on Windows, Unix systems allow open files to be unlinked. Remove open temporary files if they haven't been modified with them. Just like that. All right, whatever. So, name temp file. Here we go. Into parts and keep new. Got like a bytes or something. Converts the name temporary file into its constituent parts. From parts. So as file. Get a reference to the underlying file. Oh, so this is a primitive. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Excuse me. Into file. Into file. Right there. That's what we want. All right. So, okay, we figured it out. Or, kind of. We're getting there. We're on the right track. So, instead of f equals and upload dot file. I know the names are bad, but it's temporary. This is just trying to get it working. Dot file gives us our name temp file, which we can do as file. As file. Boom. That should do it. Although, what does it? No, it just returns the file. It doesn't bother with wrapping it in an option or anything. And then thinking maybe we can just put that in there. Unclose delimiter. Yeah, I thought I might have made a mistake there. Yeah. Deleted an extra one. Still that same damn error. What if? All right. That image equals image reader open or new or what? What does our image reader do? Go to image, go to images, use, okay. The bytes or the file. We're not opening because we've already got the file. All right, let's what? Bad link or something. Image buffer. I'm just going to try new and pass in F with, damn it, with guest format. And apparently I can't use the question mark. Unwrap dot decode dot unwrap. The trait buff read is not implemented for file. Okay, reference. File reference. So wait, let's look up. So this is saying buffered reader. The trait buff read is not implemented for file. So is that a thing on our image buffer? From raw, from a generic container, returns none if the container is not there. Alright, image buffer. From if we do from raw. No. New image buffer. Okay, so need to create an image buffer. It's an image parameterized by its pixel types represented by a width and a height and a container of channel data. Provides direct access to its pixels and implements generic image view. Yada yada. Image buffer from raw. So image buffer. No. Why is this so difficult? So let me see. This was the named temp file. Yeah, there's nothing to get it. Read, write a buffer into this writer. Returning how many bytes were written. Okay. Right. Read, seek from debug, Ezra, yada yada. Implementations into path. Get the temporary files path. Oh, that might work. So if we take a look here, what we could do this is a mess, but whatever. So no, we'd want actually this open. And open is okay, so upload.file dot what was it? Path. That's running. Okay. So I'm actually going to take a quick break right here. I'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're back. Alright. So I got this running. So it looks like that's working. So it's just opening this temporary file with the image reader. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but if it's working, we'll take it for now. So we've got the image. Now let's figure out. Let's just write it as is. Let's go back to just the image. So using this. Wait. Yeah, I think we're using open, right? Open. Yeah, okay. Then we can just do image.save. Image.save and /avatars/ let's do a format here. And upload.file name. We're eventually going to turn that into some code. Value moved. Alright. That's why I did as ref. Cannot be formatted. You kidding me? Hold on just a minute. Gotta check on something. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, just had to check on something real quick. Anyway, I'm really just at a loss here again. Well, not at a loss. So, option. That's returning an option as well? Jesus Christ. Everything. Everything. That is insane. Everything in this language ends up as an option. God. So we're running. Let's see if we work. Clearly not. Let's see what our issue is. And unwrap on error values. Unsupported format. Unknown kind format. Unknown. What are you talking about? What's the file is PNG? You don't know what a PNG is? Result unwrap on error value. So, what? Let me try just doing something.png. So it said that image.save has a result that must be used. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. Of course I get an error. Ow. I'm starting to hate Rust more and more the more I use it, because just everything is made to be impossible. What? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna match image, save something.png, and this is a result. So okay, something. We'll just not do anything. Actually, just gonna replace this with that. Error. Print line. E. Right. Yeah. See what we get here. Same thing. Wait, what? Unwrap. Panicked at 113. Oh. So opening the file is making it panic. Because PNG is unsupported. Format unknown, kind format unknown. Unsupported error. Rust is just honestly dog shit. I regret using it. So we've got a name temp file, path, slice of a path akin to string. Alright, I'm going to... comment this out for now. Alright, now I should still get the same error. Getting the same error. Format unknown. So 1180. That doesn't make any sense. How can a PNG be unknown file type? It's not helpful. Doesn't even make sense. I'm gonna try printing file.path. Yep. So we have, let me look back. So that's a temp file, named temp file, working with, and path, get the temporary files path. Alright, let's try something else because it's clearly not working. Let's go back to into file. So if we change it to a file and then how's image reader? That is a struct, I'm guessing. Image reader. There we go. Multi-format image reader. So we can open the path. It's also possible to make a guess based on the content. Cursor. What the hell is cursor? Standard IO cursor. Check that out. Standard IO cursor. Wraps an in-memory buffer and provides it with a seek implementation. Cursors are used within memory buffers. So we need the raw data, which I need to get the raw data from name temp file. What? There's got to be a way to get the raw data. Parts. We try into parts. I just have no idea what's going on. None whatsoever. Wait a second. So open and new should it'll give us the same thing. So I don't know if I even need this decode. I'm sure this is gonna fail, but of course. What display? Method not found on... Okay, so I've got to unwrap it first or something. Image reader new. So an image reader just... What? The docs are wrong. A result. Okay, so their documentation is wrong. It's running. Doesn't really give me any hope for it still. Okay. We just needed with guest format, which is actually critical because we don't know what the user will upload. So next we'll try to do our image.save. Something.png. Keep it real simple. Just unwrap it. How is something... God. How is something so simple? Just doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work. I think we do need the decode. And then dot unwrap. Jesus. Rust is a nightmare. Alright, let's see what happens. That might actually have worked. And we've got our something.png. Oh my god, it worked. So this is insane. All right. So we're saving what we need to save. Okay. So next, let's create a code for this. So Rust create ID. It's useless. Use a global atomic integer and not use laser static. Actually, no, I could just... I think I've already got object ID here. It's not harming. Yeah. We'll just create a base on object ID. Let's check the docs again. So base on and it's an OID, object ID. Gives us a, that's all right. We've done this before, so we'll do it again. So models. Response user. Okay. Whatever. All right, we'll figure it out. So that image ID equals it's just object ID new. Object ID new. Actually, I'm gonna do print line. Image ID. So what we're doing here is we're just creating a random ID that we're going to basically assign to this uploaded image. It will be saved under that name. So it'll be, instead of something.png or what was it? Logo, text logo.png, it will be this image ID.png. Then we'll store this image ID in the database. So that will be here, that will be the avatar. So the string will be an image ID. That way, when we need to get the avatar for the user in that file, we just reference that the image ID that was created. And with the Linux file system, it doesn't have to search through it. It's like it's indexed, so it just knows how to find it. The reason you really don't want to use that original image file name is because two people might have the same, it's very likely that two people have, they're uploading an image of themselves, for example. They might, two different people using me.png or something. You get enough users and it's bound to happen. You have file conflicts. Then you have one person's file overwrites another, and so they're both using the same image. And it's the last person that uploaded that named file. So creating an ID, saving it as the ID name, is the best way to do that. If now sometimes we might want to save the name for example, if you upload me.png, you might want to save the name of that file. What you do is, like an avatar, like I'd create another struct for the avatar, and it would have the ID and the file name. That way you've got both of them there, so you can reference both the ID and the file name. The original file name. All right. Okay, anyway. Let's get rid of this stuff. Don't need it anymore, because this is working. I want to see if I can print out that image ID and see what it is. Okay, so boop. Don't get any errors. All right, that's perfect. Perfect. All right. So we do image dot save. We want to save it to this. We will match image.save and okay. Anything, then just continue. I gotta figure out this mic situation. It's right kind of blocking the keyboard, which most of the time I don't need to see the keyboard to type, but sometimes I need to look down. It's really annoying. I need to get one of those like boom arms, but I don't have the money right now, so it's not happening for a little while. For now, this will have to do. Error? Yeah. Any error. Whoops. And what we will do is return http underscore error. This will be 500. Unable to save file, I guess. So here what we're going to have is I think I'm going to need format. Yes, definitely. Format. And it's going to be shit. Crap. /avatars/image ID. We'll just put PNG for now. Oh, wait. But we're going to be converting it to WebP anyway. And this will be image underscore ID. Now this, at the moment, this will probably screw things up. Probably still work, but probably screw things up because we've got a PNG. We're going to save it as a .webp. Not good, but I think it'll work for now. We'll figure that out. We'll use image to convert it in a little bit. Yeah. Every time, man. Never gonna remember to do that. Okie dokie. So, let's run this. Okay, expected result, printing that. Let's check. It's still saving. No, that would have to be another one. Alright. Sweet. Now, it's called WebP, but what is it really? It says it's a WebP image. I just find that difficult to believe. So 4.9 kilobytes versus this one is 7.8. Is it actually just converting it? So the thing here is this image.save going to convert it to an actual WebP? Because just changing the last 4 doesn't magically convert something to a different image type. That would mean that image.save is recognizing WebP and changing it itself. Let's see, image reader. Okay, so this is our image reader struct, and that's what you're using. So Image reader to open. I don't know if that ends up with an image reader in the end. Let's see what decode. Decode returns an image result. Okay. Which is type alias. Decoding encoding process. Okay. I don't know what the hell it means for me. Let's do .save. There's no save on here. Let's come back here. Maybe because that's just like a trait or something. It's still the same thing. There's no save here either. This is baffling. Is it dynamic image? Is that what I'm looking for? Yes, because I'm unwrapping it, so it's a dynamic image. Okay. Represents a matrix of pixels which are convertible from and to an RGBA representation. More variants that adhere to these principles may get future. Let's look at save. Saves the buffer to a file at the path. The image format is derived from the file extension. Oh, nice. That's awesome. It's converting it for me. So it's saying whatever extension you put on here, that's what it decides to save it as. Because apparently it's saving, it's not saving it as when. Okay, so here's what's happening. So this, we read it to an image reader, guesses the format, so it figures out, in this case it's PNG, unwrap, and then it decodes it. So decoding what it returns is a dynamic image type, or dynamic image struct in memory, which is basically just in memory a copy of the image, however they decide to store it. So it's not in PNG, JPEG, anything like that. And then, so it's just their internal representation of the image, however they want to display it. Now, and then, so they've got their own display, a matrix of RGB values, most likely. I think that's what I said. So now when you, so that returns that dynamic image. And when you do .save on that, it looks for whatever that is and converts it into that file format. So, saves me a bit of trouble. Now, okay, so we've done that. Actually making better progress than I thought we would today. And I was getting quite frustrated for a while. With that, I'm actually going to take a quick break and stretch my legs. Be back in a little bit, probably 5 or 10 minutes. Where were we? Okay. So we have saved the file. What we need to do now is edit the file before we save it. What we want to do... Alright, looking image. Okay, so I've got a feeling this dynamic image is the main thing we want here. Yeah, here we go. So as flat samples, these are the methods. As mute, as RGB, as blur, brighten, color, crop, grayscale, height, returns the height. Okay, so that just gets the height. Defines. Resize. Resize this image using the specified filter algorithm. Returns a new image. Yeah, returns a dynamic image. Good. The image's aspect ratio is preserved. The image is scaled to the maximum possible size that fits within the bounds specified by n width and n height. Okay, good. Let me see how I was doing this in my old way. So, user, down. What I did, resize to a width of 500. Okay. Resize this image using the specified filter algorithm. Shit. Returns a new image. Does not preserve aspect ratio. Okay, yeah, that's different. Thumbnail. Scale this image down to fit within a specific size. Returns a new image. The image's aspect ratio is preserved. The image is scaled to the maximum possible size that fits within the bounds specified. Oh, this is nice. This method uses a fast integer algorithm where each source pixel contributes to exactly one target pixel. May give aliasing artifacts if the new size is close to old size. Okay. Thumbnail exact. Scale image down to a specific size. Image. Do not preserve. Okay, yeah, so that's just same thing. Size to fill. Oh my god, there's so much here. Hue rotate. Let's see. Save with format. Saves a buffer to a file with the specified path and specified. Save buffer with format for supported. I don't see. Whatever. Sharpen width. Alright, so I think a thumbnail here. But is that a thumbnail? No. I think I want resize. And I'll just do 500, 500. Then we have to figure out the filter type. Okay, so where do we want? We need to do it after decode because decode is what gives us what we want here. Dot. I already forgot what it is. Resize. And we don't have to unwrap this because this returns a dynamic image, not wrapped in anything. Hallelujah. Alright, 500, 500, and then we need to filter type. Guessing, yeah, it's an enum. I've got no idea. Here's a 3.58 megabit test image has been scanned. Nearest neighbor. That kind of looks like shit. Linear. Cubic capital ROM. Gaussian. I mean, I don't know. Time required to key H's. Intel i7 4770. Nearest is the fastest, but look at that. That is absolutely rubbish. That one's blurry. That one's pretty good. That's best. That takes the longest. Well. That's an entire second for a 3 megabyte image. I really need to put my phone on silent before I start streaming. But anyway, nearest is terrible. It's been scaled down to 300. That is quite drastic. 3.5 megabytes down to 300 by 225. It is drastic. So, I mean, these are all pretty good. I think I'm just going to go with nearest neighbor because it's the fastest by far. And I don't think it'll be that important for me. I can always change it later. How do I create a new enum type? I haven't done that before. I want to define it. So enum, okay, we've got it. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, it's simple. So nearest. Is it filter type nearest? Oops. Filter type nearest. I think we're going to have an issue with filter type. Yep. So filter type, image ops, filter type. Image ops. I think I did that right. Okay, we're good. Let's try uploading a file. Get our avatars. Okay, so I don't know which one's the new one, but I think this one. Okay, sweet. Okay. 500 by 5, 500 by 143. This was... Oh, so it scaled that up because it's... So anyway, I can make it only scale down. I think I'm just going to leave that for now. It's interesting though. 4.9 kilobytes. There's this one, 5.7 kilobytes. Made the image larger. Alright, let's try with a larger image. So, let me grab, you know what, I'm going to grab something from my photos. So, home, mega, pictures, and we'll just grab something of me and Kiev. Upload this, good. And there's my picture in Kiev. It's 500 by 500. Must have been square already. Ew, it was definitely not. I cropped it, I guess. Huh, whatever. Properties. Alright, 197 kilobytes. Acceptable. Okay. Cool. Alright. So. Ooh, excuse me. Resize. Are we doing anything else here? We resize. Save. Change to WebP. Save it to a file. That's it. Okay. So. Excuse me. So. I think now saving. So I think we're going to do some refactor here. Because I'm thinking we put this over here. Public function, add avatar. We'll need self and so what's the data it's going to take? Just take in the file. Let's just call it image. What will it return? Return a result. Well, if it's good, what do we want to return? Just gonna leave that for now. We'll figure that out. Let me start working on it. So basically, we're gonna bring all the stuff over here instead. Use image ops filter type and image reader. Remove that from here. Excuse me again. And then here. So image equals image reader open file.path. Why did I forget to? Let me just write this first. Then dot unwrap. Oops. Dot with guess format. Dot unwrap again. Dot decode. Dot unwrap again. Resize 500 filter type nearest, then image ID equals object ID new match image dot save format slash avid slash dot p image ID if it's okay, nothing, yeah, error. Actually, we could probably, yeah, so I know the error will be something. I'm just gonna say self for now. This will be an I-16 and then we will, yeah, return I-16 just to 500 unable to save file. So the image is named temp file. Oh shit. Where's path return? Yes, I think I think I'm gonna do that. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Okay, it returns a reference to a path. So we're actually here we're going to do, oh, we got to get the user and everything first, but we can do Right. Okay. User. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna have to use it eventually. Okay, sorry, I was trying to remember how to do auth. ID equals user ID dot to string auth header equal rec dot headers get authorization, and I need the body. Wait. User ID. Okay, I've got it. Okay. Let user equals match user authorized client ID auth header. Wait. If the user is authorized, then return the user. If user is not authorized, then return HTTP error e.0 and a string from e.1. Good. All right, so that gets us our user. And then we'll call user.add avatar. And it needs to take in the image, which, damn it, upload.file.path. And then get this again. So user collection, a collection of users, the honey.database cosphere collection users. And then let's see. So over here we need to handle excuse me. So we're not returning this. So return error. I mean, we could actually. So self.avatar. Is it just a regular string? Yeah, it's an optional string. It's equal to format where we're gonna do dot slash. No, we just want the image ID. Do I want to save the path to the file, or do I just want to save the the ID. Do I need to use the ID in any other way? I don't think so. So I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'll format this. Format will be /avatar /id.webp, and then this will be image ID. Good. All right, and then so we've got I think I'll just return nothing from here. It can be an error, or it can just be nothing. Because we're doing self.avatar, so that means we're returning this. Means we don't need this. Do I need to return? Okay. Or I think so. And an empty okay. What I want to do here is check. We're going to print our user avatar here, and then Jesus. Do the same thing again there. Alright, let's see what happens. Of course. I'll start off avatars private. We'll probably put that back to private shortly, because I just want to print it for now. Rec.header is not found in the scope. Alright, wait, what? Rec HTTP request. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my mistake. Rec HTTP request. Path not found in the scope. That's in our models. Yeah. Path. So this is standard path. And that's the only time I'm using it. So at least for now, I'm just going to put that in here. Standard path. Yeah. Path. Files not a value. Oh, wait, what? Imagery models. Yeah, okay. Image. Format. I forgot the exclamation. Models 219. Right here. And we'll Let's just run that with what we got. Alright, so user.avatar. I need to unwrap it. Same thing here. Expected auction string, found string. Models 219. Alright, so so option has some. Is that right? I always forget how to do this. Okay. Let's try that. Okay, it's not been used yet. What, this is annoying me. I'm gonna go fix that. JSON. Alright. Use of moved value user.avatar. User.avatar moved due to this method call. Borrow the types of content. I don't care. I'm just going to clone it. Just going to clone it. Unexpected argument of type set. Yep. Every time. Gets me every time. Oh, yeah, I forgot to make that. Forgot to make this a tuple. Alright, so many errors. So many errors. Alright, user avatar unwrap. User.avatar moved and consider calling. Jesus Christ. Unwrap.clone. Value used here after move. Clone. Clone.unwrap. Let's try clone.unwrap. Oops. Okay. Self is a reference to the data it refers and cannot be written. So what the fuck? I've done that multiple times. Create update doc. Authorized. Response user. Wait, what? How am I updating? Oh, yeah, I'm thinking Express again. I'm thinking in Express terms. Yeah. Yeah, or not Express necessarily, but Node. where you change the document and then do .save. Don't do that here. So here we are actually going to return okay, and the result will be a string. Yeah. We'll return that image ID. Actually, we'll return, yeah, image ID, and here, this is actually going to be an object ID that we're returning. This piece on object ID is actually quite useful. And here, not here, here. We're actually going to match this. And if we get okay, so just do nothing for now. If we get an error, then we're going to return http underscore error, pass in e.0, and e.1. It's already a string, so yep. Oops, I forgot to address that. So now I'm thinking that this add avatar shouldn't be, because the original idea was to do this and then add it to self, but now that it's yeah, you know what? This can be, it won't be a method. So create avatar, and here create avatar, and then return http error for that. Let's see if we compile. Use of undeclared create or module user. What? What are we talking about? Match user. Isn't that? What about slash create? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, since we're not running it on an instance user. Okay, I see. Function or associated item not found in user. Public function create. Did I not say? I probably didn't save it. Yep. Okay. Well, we actually don't need to test this stuff anymore because that's fucking irrelevant. It's gonna take me a while to get off of the mongoose way of working with the database. It's just so ingrained in me. Where you update, you've got your model, you update the model, and then save it. Whereas this is you just directly modify the database and then get your result from that. So it's gonna take me a while to get used to this. Thinking now. Okay, so we get our avatar. So matching the user. Image ID. This ID. And then what we need to do is update dot equal user create update doc. And the data is create. How do we do this for update? I'm actually gonna what's up over here. Create update. So let data equals a vector. That's going to contain a tuple. First is going to be string from avatar. Next is good. Where am I? Lost. Taking a reference to image ID. Okay, and then this just takes in our data. Good. Just straight match on user collection dot update underscore one and doc will create underscore ID, and we've got a user, so we can use user dot underscore ID and update doc. Wait. So for OK. Why are we returning you there? Should be returning response user for the update. What the hell? Anyway, HTTP. Just once we update the database, so the database is updated with that. We've already saved it. Hey, just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, our HTTP response. Okay. JSON. And this is going to be the U. U is a response from that. So what I want is, I'm just gonna do that for now. We're gonna have to look at both these later. I actually got to get going here in just a minute. I just want to finish this. So error E, HTTP error. This will be at 500. E.toString. No, bro. Internal. I will say unable to update user. And then get rid of that. And we're good. So I'm actually going to stop right here. I got to do some stuff. So that's it for today. Yeah, that's it. See you next time.